Hi, everyone. Let me fix my lighting here. There we go. That's a little bit better. Hi, how is everyone doing? I am Lori Jesowitz. I am a money and manifestation coach, and I wanted to come in here today and share a little something with all of you. So, first of all, thank you for joining. If this video resonates, go ahead and just leave, a comment in the comment section and also like subscribe, follow. I'm always doing new and exciting videos just like these as the inspiration comes through. So, about 2 years ago, so here I am on my journey. I'm a money and manifestation coach. I help people become, I help women especially, and sometimes a few men, but women especially become financially free, right? Like so many times women come to me and they're just like, I'm sick and tired of being held by, making decision based on what I can afford, versus whether or not this decision is true for me, is right for me. It just feels like it's 100% aligned for me and with me. And this is my next step. I know it. But then the thing that gets in the way is, but I don't have the money, but I can't afford it, right? Like, and these are real things, right? Like, this is like, let's face it, money, it allows us to be able to learn, grow, expand, become financially free, travel, really invest in ourselves, um, could be exposed to different cultures, different concepts, different ways of being. Money really helps us step into that. So, knowing that, of course, I want to help women become financially free so that they can have that for themselves as well. So, it's a little bit of my backstory. And so, one of the ways that I do that is through learning the process of manifestation. Now, before you say, I don't know, like you just can't sit there and like wish your way to things. Yes, I totally agree with you. And I can tell you all of the steps and how to do it and all the things. But here's the rub. What's really this is about is what's getting in the way. It's the beliefs, the habits, the patterns, right? But they mainly stem from the beliefs and the expectations that come from those beliefs. Okay. So and this is where my story comes in. So a little bit, I want to say like 18 months ago to maybe 24 months ago, this like idea concept landed in my mind. I'm going to share it here with you. It did take me some time to be brave enough to be able to express and share this, but I know it to be true. So for me, and this is what I believe. Okay, so like how sometimes, or oftentimes there are stories in our culture, in our, fairy tales, in just whatever, right? That really run similar parallels to real life. And they, vary like, Star Wars, right? Like the force the force will be with you and all of that, right? Like the force is like this inner intuition, right? And so there's that lovely parallel between um this story, this movie, but actually it it exists. Your intuition is real, and that's what I'm referencing with the parallel. So there's another story that I absolutely love and I've always been drawn to, and it's the story of like Aladdin and the magic lamp, right? Or I Dream of Genie, the television show. And about 18 months ago I was like meditating and I was sitting cross-legged, right? So imagine crisscross applesauce, from kindergarten or, whatever. And when you sit Indian style or cross-legged, depending, crisscross applesauce is what we always say. You're going to notice that your left knee and your right knee come out to points, right? And then, like, there's this space. I can't do it here because I don't have a picture of it. But as you like, so just take your legs, do the crisscross, and then that space in between your leg area that is not, that is in the crisscross. And it came to me one day when I saw this picture that that space looks like the lamp, right? Like the the magic lamp, right? Like and then this idea floated in of like, what if we are the magic lamp? What if we are like, lamp, rub the lamp and like you get three wishes and out comes the genie? What if there's not it's not really the genie, but it's like universe, spirit, source, God, mother nature, earth, whatever your higher power is that you believe in, whatever you have created for that name, that for you, for me, that's God, right? So like, what if that is what you are actually connecting to, with yeah, so and, like, this is the whole thing, right? So, oh my gosh, this is such a good story. So, think of it as this, like, you go like, what's the journey do next? Like, the person has to go into the cave, right? And looking for this lamp that they hear story of, but have never ever seen, right? But they're like, I've heard of it. It's there. It's there. It's buried deep there. Gotta go into this. And it's usually like this dark, spooky, scary cave, right? And like for me, this is a reflection to like the journey inward to your inner self, right? To your inner being, reconnecting to your intuition, that compass that's always guiding you, right? So in this space is like where you receive nudges, where you receive ideas, where you receive like, oh, like that feels really good. I want to do that. But then like the brain kicks on and says, you can't do that. Okay. So imagine like this going into the cave and like where we're stretching out of our comfort zone, so it's a little scary and you're doing new things, right? And it's really like you keep going, but you're just scared, but it's like I got to keep going because there's something pulling and calling you there. And then it's like, oh, like you find the lamp and you pull it out, right? Which is really your connection to you, your source, your intuition, your inner compass. You pull it out, and this lamp is like you can barely recognize it, right? Because it's been buried for years and decades and all the things, right? It's just been buried for a really long time. You pull it out, it's dirty, it's got dust, particles like mud, clay, all of the things, right? All over it. And you can't even tell like what it is really. But and this like the crusty stuff that I'm talking about, like for me the parallel is that those are your beliefs, your habits, your patterns, right? So like as you begin to scrape off the dirt, as you begin to scrape off the clay, the water, just like wipe it all off and like clean it up, like as you're doing this is actually you peeling off the layers of your beliefs, of the things that you believe to be true, right? Like and as you're peeling them off, you're like, do I really want to keep this belief? This belief is like money's hard to come by, or I have to work really long and hard hours. Like is that belief, like, do you believe that? Are you putting your trust and your faith in that? That that's the way that it has to be for you be able to be successful, wealthy, whatever the word is, whatever, reach those goals. So you get to like scrape off the layers and ask yourself if these are the beliefs that are like silently running on autopilot, if you want to believe these moving forward, right? So you get to, and now there maybe there's one of like, you have this belief that like, I'm just determined, I'm going to make this work. And like, I know, I believe if I just keep going and keep trying, that, I'm learning and growing and expanding and all the things. And I know I'm going to reach my goal. Like if that's the belief, right? Like we can hold on to that, polish it up, right? Polish up that magic genie lamp, and remove and scrape off the crusty ones that we don't know that we no longer want, that we're like uncovering of like, oh, this is why I'm stuck here. Or this is why I'm not making forward progress, right? Because like I encourage you to really like these beliefs of like when someone says you haven't paid your dues yet, or like, or you believe I haven't paid my dues yet, and that's why my business isn't launching. Okay, I really encourage you to like find out when will you have paid your dues? How will you know when those dues are paid? Is there an invoice being sent to you? Is there a receipt you're going to receive? Who's writing the invoice? Who's writing the receipt? Who told you? Like, if you're going to put faith and stock in your trust and believe that story, then you need to know the exact terms before you accept that, right? Before you accept that to be true. So if this is like you have to work long, hard hours and pour your blood, sweat, and tears, okay, like how many? How long? How much blood, sweat, and tears? Like, do you really want to do that? Like, you only have X amount, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this gonna be buckets full? Is this like, a juice glass full? Like, what is the answer here? And before you accept that, like, yeah, let's get curious and really uncover what that's going to be. Okay. So now as you're like scraping off the crusty layers off of that magic lamp, your intuition, your connection to source, to yourself, to your inner world, and now you've like thrown out the beliefs you no longer want, you've laid down the new ones that you do want moving forward, right? And now your lamp, like, and this is like the whole time, like it doesn't have to be sparkly clean and super shiny for you to start receiving what you desire, right? It's as you are doing this that you get to receive, right? Because what's happening? You're getting more of that beautiful, golden, jeweled, encrusted lamp, right? That's your worthiness. That's your worth. That's your value. That's your self love of how you feel about yourself, that you are taking the time to go and excavate and dig for your lamp and dig for your compass and dig that out and reconnect back to it. And like, of course, you want to make this a beautiful space. Like, that's that's what you're doing. You're like, I'm worthy. My value, all that I have to say and offer is so worthy and is so important and needs to be expressed, that I am taking the time to decide for me what is actually freaking true, before I just take someone else's word for it, or what a partner said or a spouse said, or your third grade teacher, or the person at Target, whatever. I just, you really examine, like, this is the excavation. Go into that cave, right? Dig it up. Let's find it. Get clear about what that is. Now you've got, as you're doing this process and you've got this connection, and now it's like, yes, what do I believe, right? Like, I believe that I am worth receiving a raise. I believe that I am worth of $20,000 months, $5,000 months, $10,000 months, $100,000 months, $1 million months, or whatever it is that is resonating for you. Because this is the thing, that, when you believe that, that is when you receive, right? That is like what you believe you will receive. And this is the thing, like, I even wrote this down. So, what you believe is what you are silently wishing for. Okay, so like over and over again. So, like, I noticed this, and I just really wanted to bring it here because, like, for those of you that are like maybe building a business, right? Of like, or maybe it's like on your vision board, or maybe it's like you've been working on manifesting something for some time, or like maybe there's like a dollar amount that you want to make each year, month, week, day, whatever, and like it's not coming to you, right? It's not that the steps aren't correct to manifesting, it's that things are getting in the way, right? It's those beliefs, those stories. That's what those crusty pieces, and it's what you, those crusty pieces are those beliefs. So if what you believe and putting your faith and trust in is running silently in the background, and you're not even fully aware of all the beliefs, because here's the thing, even like there's like we have so many that, like, there's like, I need people to help me like uncover mine, right? It's like whenever I invest in myself or have another coach or something, I find another one and another one and another one and another one. Like, they're just, and this is like the important thing, like, you don't have to get to all of them to start receiving, right? Like, as you like remove these, it's like peeling off sweaters, it's like taking off a blanket when you get too warm, it's like taking off that coat, it's like, then take off the sweater, and then you've got the t-shirt, and then you got the tank top, and then like you got the bathing suit on, right? Like, it's getting down and peeling off those layers, because when you know what you believe, like that, those beliefs are what you're silently wishing for. That is what you are silently wishing for. You just probably aren't realizing it. In fact, I know you're not realizing it, because if you did realize it, you wouldn't be watching this video, right? Because chances are you saw the tag or something of like manifesting beliefs, like all the things, and this is the piece that has been really frustrating for me, and like really why I wanted to pop on here, because like, if I knew I could help you, you'd want me to tell you, right? Like, that's like something I just live by. I want to be able to tell you that. So, when you are believing that it's going to take long, hard work to reach your goals, dreams, visions, it's going to, because you believe that, it's going to take, long, hard work, right? Because what's going to happen when it shows up, you're going to say, "Oh no, I didn't earn that." Or when someone tries to like tip you an extra 20 or $30 or whatever, you're going to say, "No, I didn't earn that. I don't deserve that." What I did is, oh, that's one I hear too, of like, asking for a raise. Well, my job isn't worth more money. Really? So, are you your job, or are you the person you're bringing to your job with all of your innate skills, tools, talents, all of it? That's what's showing up to the job. So, really, here's where that worthiness piece comes in again, okay? Of like, you are worthy. You are bringing so much to your position, because if you weren't, your boss would have fired you, right? Or they'd cut your hours back or they want you gone, right? Because you are bringing them value. That is what you charge for. That is your hourly rate, not what the state says that you get paid. So, and that this is part of another belief of like, oh, this is all this job is worth. I'm sorry. No, like people are it's what your skills and talents that you are bringing to that job that is worth. Okay. So again, here's the shift into beliefs. It's like, look how it shows up in an hourly wage. I was talking with somebody the other day. I was like, I can't ask for a raise. Like, this is what my job is worth. I'm like, no, you are coming to the job. Like, this is a position. You're filling the position. You bring so much more than that position. So just want to bring that there because this is one of those ways that those beliefs can pop in here and really add that crust onto your lamp and then silently be believing that and then silently on autopilot without you realizing it, wishing for that. So when you see that your beliefs are actually what you're wishing for, doesn't that put a new perspective of like, "Oh, hold up a second." Because like, when I say it's something you believe, you might just say like, "Oh, I don't believe that. That's not really true for me." But if I was like, "Hold on, like, let's really get in here. What are you wishing for? Are What are you wishing for? What are you wishing for? Are and then what's that thing, right? Is it a promotion, right? Do you believe that you can have that promotion? Or is it gonna be or are you saying or are you hearing that little movie that plays in your mind? Are you hearing, "Oh, you just don't have enough education for that position," or "So and so is applying for that, and they are way more qualified than me," or, just whatever. Like, if that's what you're believing, that's what you're wishing for, and that's gonna impact your decisions of whether you go for that job interview, because like I said, again, if that's the promotion that you want, I don't care who's going for it because they do not have your here's the position, here's the people's, they don't have your skills, natural talents, right? That is what you are going to fill the position with. They don't have that. They don't have that. So I just wanted to pop in here today because also, like, all this is awesome yumminess, right? But like, this is what I am teaching in my Becoming Magnetic program right now. We only have 3 more days. So today is September. Oh, it's my daughter's birthday, September 27th, right? And we have 3 more days that we are enrolling, that I am enrolling for Becoming Magnetic. Because what we're doing in Becoming Magnetic is, right, we're going into that cave, we're digging for that lamp, we're pulling it out, we're scraping off the dirt, the dust, we're polishing it up, we're getting this beautiful golden bejeweled lamp, right? That like that shape that you like do the crisscross applesauce, okay? Look and see like that shape. You're going to see the shape of that lamp, of that genie's lamp, that super. I wish I had a picture of it, but anyway, um, you are the lamp. End of story. And that's what we are uncovering and becoming magnetic. And this is the steps because I've done it in my own life. I've manifested thousands and like we're in like big tens of thousands of dollars already. We're in homes, multiple homes. We're in vacations, travel, businesses, jobs, everything. Like it's just off the wall. So this is why, because I've done it in my life, because I've looked at those beliefs of money doesn't grow on trees. What do you think? We have a money tree in the backyard, or it's going to take really long. I built a business on really long, hard work, everybody. I built a business like that for 4.5 years. It was exhausting, and my body was showing the price. I couldn't turn my head left or right. I couldn't even change lanes when driving with because you have to like peek over your shoulder. I couldn't do that because I had done the business based on blood, sweat, tears, and work until you drop and squeeze everybody in, and the customer's always right, and all of that. Like I had amazing clients. This is not the thing. I just didn't have a life. I had a business that was running my life, a successful business that was running my life. But that's not living. That's surviving. And I didn't want to survive anymore. I wanted to thrive. That's when I found the steps to and I know I teach manifesting, but really what this is we are uncovering the beliefs that have been separating you from what you desire. We are doing the deep internal work, that journey inward to reconnect with that connection within us, that is what we are doing. And it's amazing. And we're gonna make lots of money. So and because then what happens when you make lots of money? You get to help and serve this amazing community that you have around you. You get to help and serve people on a deeper level, right? Because this is the thing, like, oh, and this is another little belief that pops up. This is what popped up for me when I was first on this journey. So I'm gonna share it here really quick, was that I already have everything, right? Like there are millions of people that would love to have the life that I have, right? Like millions of people. And I'm sure there's millions of people that would be willing and loving to take your life, like not take your life, but like live your life. Yes. That's what I mean. Okay. And then so what happens is it's like when we desire more, this voice kicks on that says, you're greedy. You should be happy with what you have. You're ungrateful. You're a little bitch, right? Like all of these things. And then we don't reach for more because of all the people around us that don't have more. But here's the rub, because when when we have more than other people, but we stay here, so do the people that don't have what we have. Everybody stays the same. Nobody see it's everybody stays the same. When you start to increase and ask for more and set and demonstrate what that looks like and then teach people how to do it, then they get to come up as well. And it's this constant thing where everyone is rising up. You know, everyone rises together. It's like a tide that flows in and everyone rises up. That is the truth. That is the new belief that I wrote for myself, that as I allowed myself to receive more and more, it wasn't greedy. I was actually helping those around me. I can donate to charities, I can donate to communities, I can volunteer, I can do whatever I want with that when there's the money to be able to do so. So it's not like if you just stay where you are, so is everybody else, right? Like it's but if you rise up, then other people can rise up and then everyone can rise together. So let's nix that you're greedy, you're selfish belief, right? But I know it's going to take more than words. It takes the deep inner work. It takes that trip into the cave. It takes the excavation because this isn't just one and done. Oh, thank you, Lori. Like, here's that belief. No, like, it's a process. It's forgiveness. It's releasing. It's healing. Yeah. So if any of this resonates, I'm going to drop my link or message me, comment here, and we will get you the information that you need. I only have 3 days left. We have very limited spaces left, and we are going to start peeling off those. Step one is those beliefs. That's where we start. We get into all of the nitty gritty. We get into all of the steps, and then we get into like those pieces of like peeling back those layers. What we do, like rewriting and putting the new pieces in place. We do the steps of forgiveness for all the things, right? Releasing the how, all of it, like how to open yourself up to even more abundance, all the ways that are around you, right? So it's pretty fun and cool. All right. So thank you everyone for watching. And I hope you all have a great day and stay sparkly, my friends.